Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day everyone. By the way, my name is Marhana K. Gandalon, and together with my partner Mom Norhani Tiago, we will discuss the 21st century curriculum issues and challenges. And without further ado, let us start. Let us first read our overview. The 21st century curriculum is designed to equip learners with essential skills such as critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and digital literacy. Unlike traditional models that focus heavily on memorizations, this modern approach emphasizes real-world application and lifelong learning. However, despite its goals, implementing a 21st century curriculum presents several significant issues and challenges. So, as we can see, in the 21st century curriculum, we are practicing the philosophy education in progressivism, wherein yung mga bata, they are more in participating and the teachers is only a facilitator. So, unlike before na traditional methods ang ginagamit ng mga teachers. But hence, since we already discussed that no curriculum is perfect, therefore the 21st century curriculum also faces different challenges and issues. Now let us see the objectives of this topic. To examine the issues and challenges in implementing the 21st century curriculum and to identify possible solutions for improving its effectiveness and modern education. So, we hope that at the end of this topic, we will going to demonstrate this kind of objectives. Now, what are the key features of the 21st century curriculum? So, before we going to discuss the issues and challenges, let us first refresh the key features of the 21st century curriculum. First, learner-centered education. So, it only means that in this 21st century curriculum, we are more on student-centered approach wherein we are teachers, we are just only a facilitator and ang ating mga student are the one who will going to participate. So, in other words, hindi lang sila puro upo, puro sulat, but therefore they are going to engage different activities that also connected into real life situations. And through that, we are not just only teaching them how to learn the literacy, but also dealing or how to be responsible in their society. And next is integration of technology. So as we can see in our modern education, we are really integrating the technology because at somehow as a teacher, it is not only helping our work but also it involves the progress or the good progress of our learners kasi mas nahuhubog lalo yung kanilang creativity. Next is development of higher order thinking skills. Yes, if we can observe or we can see our objectives now in every curriculum are designed in SMART design objectives, wherein the SMART stands for sustainable, measurable, observable, relevant, and time-bounded. And next is development of higher order thinking skills. So yes, if we are achieving a globally competitive learners, that means our objectives must be in higher order thinking skills or must be in a SMART design, wherein the SMART stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bounded. So next is global awareness and adaptability. Yes, as a teachers, not only a teachers but also a learners, we have to be globally aware for the progress of the learning entire of the world because at somehow it can be our benchmark to the progress of education so that we can adopt the strategies and the competencies that they will going to achieve because at somehow at the end of the day pwede tayong makisabay. And lastly, the interdisciplinary learning. Yes, as a teachers, we are not only going to teach them how to be literate, but also how to be responsible citizen. Now, since we already discussed the 21st century curriculum features, let us move forward to the issues in implementing the 21st century curriculum. First, lack of resources. Many schools, especially in developing areas, struggling with limited access to modern technology, updated learning materials, and adequate classroom facilities. So we cannot deny that we are still dealing this lack of resources kahit gaano pa yan katambak ng gagawin ng mga teachers. If kulang talaga sa resources, mahihirapan tayong i-achieve kung ano yung objectives natin, especially sa mga rural area. They are still struggling to cope up. This is not because of the lazy teachers, but this is because of the lack of resources. Why? Most of the classrooms, especially in rural area, are still don't have the televisions. Yung classroom nila hindi ganun ka-ventilated. Sometimes, sumusobra ang students, kulang sa classroom, kulang sa upuan. Kapag may bagong patakaran na ibababa ang DepEd, kulang naman sa materials. So we hope that these issues will address because our learners deserve a quality education. And next is teacher preparedness. Teachers are central to curriculum success, but challenges include insufficient training and new teaching strategies, difficulty adapting to technology-based instruction, resistance to change from traditional methods. So we can deny that this is one of the issues that we are facing today. Kasi lalo na ngayon, maraming batas or maraming work ang gusto nilang ipatatag. Pero kulang tayo sa mga seminars kung paano ba i-exert ng tama, kung paano ba yung dapat gawin, kung ano yung mga strategies na pwede natin i-adapt to implement and to achieve those objectives. And next is digital divide. Not all students have equal access to digital tools outside school. This gap affect homework completion, research capabilities, participation in online learning. So gaya ng sabi ko kanina, not all the students can afford to buy these mobile gadgets kasi hindi lahat ng mga bata ay financially stable. Kahit tayo, gusto man natin silang tulungan, but still we are not financially stable. But we hope that this kind of issues can address also kasi hindi natin madi-deny that this will give a good impact, good progress to achieve a globally competitive learners in the future. And next issues is curriculum overload. The inclusion of many new competencies can lead to too much content to cover, reduced depth of understanding, increased pressure on both teachers and students. So as a teachers, hindi lang teachers but also the students, ito talaga yung isa sa mga issues na kinakaharap talaga natin ngayon is overload. Kagaya ngayon, di ba? Nagpatatag tayo ng matatag curriculum. Somehow, in-adjust natin yung time allotment. So, para tayong hinahabol ng kabayo actually sa bawat pagtuturo natin. Kasi at somehow, ang wide nung cover ng topic, pero nakukulangan tayo sa oras. At ang mangyayari, hindi ganun ka-deep yung understanding, yung learning ng mga bata. At somehow, may mga tendency pa yan na nakakalimutan nila. This is not because na kulang sa strategies ang teachers, kulang sa effort ang teachers, but this is because kulang sa oras si teachers para ituro ng maayos, ituro ng magandang flow kasi per week may hinahabol tayo na lesson na dapat nating ma-achieve. And the last issues is assessment challenges. Traditional exam often fail to measure critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration skills. So, in what way na nagkakaroon tayo ng challenges regarding sa assessment? Since we are dealing or we are achieving how to be a globally competitive learners, therefore, our assessment must be anchored to our objectives. And dito tayo nagkakaroon ng medyo conflict. Why? Because we are still practicing the traditional exam, the pen, and paper. So this is why nahihirapan tayong i-achieve ang critical thinking, creativity, collaboration skills. So as a teachers, pwede natin tong isolve, no, since we are the one who are giving exams to our students. So ano yung mga dapat nating gawin maliban sa traditional exam, yung paper and pencil or pen test? So pwede tayong magpa-exam through performance task, wherein yung performance task na gagawin natin ay dapat naka-anchor pa rin sa kung ano yung competencies na dapat nating ma-achieve. At yung performance task na gagawin natin ay hindi siya pang traditional, bagkus dapat enhance yung critical thinking, yung creativity, at yung collaboration skills ng ating mga bata. And I guess that is all my report regarding to the challenges, suggestions, and conclusion will be reported by Ma'am Norhani Tiago. So here is the link of my report. You can click this link so that you can see where I get my report. And if you have any questions, suggestion regarding to my report, you can comment down below and I will read it thoroughly. Thank you for listening.